So, welcome back to round 2 coverage of the White Spruce Open, brought to you by Canadian Disc Golf Productions. Well, my name's Spencer Young.
And I'm Chris Brown.
And this is second round feature, or lead card.
Yeah, it'd be lead card now that they've actually earned it.
So, this round we're going off the white tee pads. So that's the middle tee pads of the course, but there is still some shared tee pads, so you will see some of these.
It'll be the traditional white spruce longs that a lot of people would know more than the blues. 'Cause the blues are relatively new.
It must be nice for a lot of the pros to be playing from actual tee pads, even though they're rubber.
Here's Cam, serious face Cam.
Cam back on coverage for this round
with
as
the
well.
hot round last round. Chris Ozolins coming in second.
Trying to be serious, but he can't do that.
That was the shortest staircase of life with James Duong. And here's Jake Voskamp, sponsored by Dom B Barbers, I guess, from Quebec.
Yeah, so hole 1, 270 foot par 3.
This one here is just a soft hyzer. You throw it straight at those two trees on the right and just let it fall down.
Yeah.
Don't go too long, because if you start pushing it, then it goes down the hill.
Yeah, a lot of guys throwing putters on this hole. Maybe some zones you'll see, but not much faster than that.
It really, this one here is just all about that distance control placement shot. You just want to make your putt as easy as possible.
So up first you got Cam. He's going with his Paraxis off the tee.
It's a great choice. Something slightly overstable, but
not if it gets down. Looks like he's going to give himself a putt there.
Yeah, that has to be perfect. I was curious because Oz has taken this big spike. Oh, I thought he was about to do it. Big spike forehand route before that. I was curious if he could do it, but he didn't do it in this round. I think he did it in the first round.
He was mentioning it to me when I was teeing off for my second round. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Not going to do the forehand." But that looks good. That's actually with his razor claw, so disking up a little bit for this hole. Get something to fight over. James here looks like his zone. That looks great too.
I think that may have been his jokery. I can't remember. It looked like it had the same color as his jokery.
Got Jake here. He's going with a putter. He's going with his challenger.
Yeah, Jake has no problems with distance. That was probably 10% power, and it's too far.
Looks like Jake here battling through the brushes to get out.
Is it Jake? It looks like Jake. It's got to be, right?
Yeah, I think he's the only one wearing a dark shirt on the day for this card.
That's
just a little low.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You do get the uphill putt, and that's what you want, but...
So Chris leaving his actually short a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit short and a little bit left. This is actually the second round in the same day. So everybody here has already played a full round. They're all warmed up. They're all ready to go.
What a step putt. Yeah. Nails the birdie.
Great putt from Oz to start off the round.
And this is Cam tapping in for his 2.
After the first round, it's tough to say if anything's a tap in right now.
But I wonder where James landed. If that's... What a shot by James.
I'm pretty sure that's his jokery. That was a great shot with the jokery.
Yeah. So 2 birdies on the card and 3 birdies on the card.
Yeah, Jake is the only one taking a par there, which is it's pretty understandable. It's not a hard hole, but it can get away from you quickly.
Yeah. So the next hole we got hole 2, 270 foot par 3. This one's, you see 2 gaps off the tee. You got a big forehand off to the left, and then down the straight over the short tee pads, you actually have a slight hyzer.
I'm curious which route these guys are all gonna take, because they all have such proficient forehands. I'd be surprised if they all just didn't go left. Nope, man. Cam proves me wrong. He's gonna take
He's actually going with his FD3.
Oh, so he's...
Oh, catches the first tree. That was just a misfire.
Everybody's gonna take this skinny route right. The thing about the right route is you have to get kind of lucky through the trees.
Yeah,
Versus the left route, which if you hit it, you know you're parked.
the problem with the left route that I think is the major issue, and you see Cam here, or Chris being pretty proud of that shot.
Pathfinder
Interesting
on
route.
Anheuser from James.
Yeah.
That looked great
Keep
though.
going.
He's still looking at it, so it's still got to be flying.
The one problem with that, the left gap, especially on this hole, is just how far out you got to get it to fight all the way back.
And
Again,
Jake's going challenger here.
going putter.
I don't know. You think that's got enough left? Oh, he
Just catches a tree, but I think if that got through, he would have been able to get there.
This
Still giving
is
themselves
a
some-
spot I've never seen before. I don't know if Cam's ever seen this spot before either.
Oh, but that looks great if he can avoid a tree, giving himself a putt
Okay.
there.
Yeah. It's got to be about 30 feet left of the basket, maybe?
Maybe a little
Great,
bit longer.
great upshot from there.
Jake, a little bit long. Oh, and what we had the first round. Just experienced the bad roll.
Yeah, we actually didn't have that many rollaways in the first round, but this is what Brampton gives you if your putting is not, if you're not careful with your putting, or if you're not making your putts.
And that turnover Pathfinder actually finds himself on the hill long.
This is impressive. That's a potential for ace run there.
Interesting gap. I don't think I've ever seen someone attempt that.
No, it used to be years ago. Used to be the gap to take because the hyzer gap to the right was kind of shorter and smaller.
Just misses high. So Chris is about 35, 40 from the basket here. So
This is the traditional spot on that hyzer route when you're coming in because you're coming so far right to left. Another stepper from Oz.
step. Just two in a row. No, looks like we're gonna have Cam's pointing out something, talking to the card, but
Maybe he's discussing about who's out.
yeah, finding himself up on the hill. Not a fun spot to be. Footing is very, very tough.
Yeah, this is not the putt you want for your three either. So
No.
taking his time, making sure he's relaxed, ready to go.
Just misses, but it settles down. Could it look for a second there? It might have started to roll away there. So
Hopefully we're not getting back into the camp from the first round, even though he was leading the tournament, but he still missed how many putts would you say?
So many.
So he could have been absolutely cruising here.
Jake just gets it over the basket.
That is great. Was that for his...
That's for his par save.
Yes, because
so
he had the
great
rollaway.
par save.
Yeah, after that rollaway, it's hard to commit to getting it high enough to put in the chains.
James tapping in his par, and Cam with his bogey here. So.
Oz one of 4 twos on the day.
So back to hole 3 is par 3, 295 feet. Shared tee pad with the Blues, so this is going to be a repeat for all these guys.
Yeah. The idea is to throw it straight at the ground, try to hit it off that dirt patch, and slide it up to the basket. Whether you do that with a forehand or a backhand, it's your call, but hitting the dirt patch is important. I have seen some people get lucky through the foliage above, like high, but it's not what you're aiming for, that's for sure.
No, you're just getting to the bottom hill, skipping up, try to give yourself a putt. It's definitely the way to go. Chris here is going with his Votum.
Something fast and hard at the ground. Hard to see.
It looks like it takes like an anti-skip and skips up the hill towards the basket.
Is that what you saw?
It looks like it. Looks like he just put himself under the hanging tree there. And James just seems like this hole's his enemy today. Catching that tree again. Jake going with a buzz. Kind of typical mid-range. Trying to hit that thing and skip up.
Yeah, James catching that tree. That's why the forehand is kind of tough here, because you do have to hit it perfectly. What's this from Cam? Was that tactic?
From Cam, that is a rock 3.
Oh,
See
now,
that
yes,
first
yes,
round?
yes,
He
that's what
loves that rock 3.
That's what he threw. That's what he threw in the first round. I remember now.
So see if James can convert the par again. He
This
keeps
is-
finding himself in these weird spots.
This is where he was in the first round, just off to the right. He got up and down then, so hopefully he can do it again.
Jake giving himself a look.
Yeah.
Still very, very tough putt.
Yeah, 35 feet uphill. That tree branch that sort of protects the basket kind of scares you from running it fully.
Just a little right.
Yeah, I don't know if he was fully giving that a run because it hits that tree branch, hits the basket, rolls all the way back down the hill, and then you're in trouble.
Also seems like battling a little bit of mosquitoes on this hole too.
Oh, the mosquitoes down in the valley here at Brampton are the worst.
Very much so.
The only place I really cover myself in bug spray.
Yeah. So, you got a little bit of an anti-skip, a little bit farther over.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad spot. If you can get inside these fallen down trees, these branches, you usually have little windows. It's tough, but it's doable.
Another kind of jump step putt from Chris. He's
three outside the circle in the first 3 holes.
Very, very great putting.
That's what we're used to see from Oz. Usually takes advantage of those circle's edge putts.
So Cam and Jake tapping in their 3s, and I believe that was James also tapping in his 3 as well.
Yeah.
Which is an amazing
2 rounds in a row,
save.
saving himself from early right.
So now we got hole 4. It's 184 feet par 3, but plays severely uphill.
Mm-hmm.
With this one, you either try to go straight up the gap, try to give yourself a look. If you can get up, battle right up the hill, you're kind of excited about that. But just try to get out straight, avoid the middle tree there. You're trying to get a putt at it.
Wally catches the foliage here coming into the basket. Yeah, I don't know. What is this, an omen? An omen from Ozzy here?
I think that's I've never heard of a quake.
Oh, he threw his quake. Okay, yeah. Yeah, an overstable mid-range is what a quake is.
James going with his Firebird, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Really, that kind of went kind of straight for a Firebird, but that looked perfect.
Jake going with his Challenger again.
He really likes this Challenger, I guess.
He likes his putters, it seems.
Yeah, like it must be pretty overstable if he can trust it to go left here.
Throws on big hyzer, just trying to get to the gap.
I think he got lucky there, I'll be honest with you. He pulled that way high and right and got through it all. And here we have Cam again.
Cam with his forehand roller.
Yeah, it worked out decently last round.
Got him the birdie last time.
No, I think he missed it last time.
So it's like a cheater line.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, either way.
Leaves
Go back and
himself
look. Go back to round 1 and look and prove us who's wrong. But I do think that the forehand roller is just for safety, just to make sure he doesn't hit a tree and dive into the bushes left and right.
Taps in his par.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that is the 3 other guys just giving themselves easy tap-ins for the birdies.
Well, you are now. How many your second year playing?
A lot of birdies.
There was a lot of birdies on this hole today. This had been played, even though we played the same tee pad as this morning.
Played a lot more under par. 0.41 under par.
The guy's waving at the camera. Saying hi to all you folks back home.
Now we got hole 5. 265 foot par 3. A little bit nicer compared to the blues.
Yeah, so with the white tee pad, you remove that. You're only moving up 15-20 feet, but you're removing that initial gap that you have to hit that gets into your head.
And a little tiny bit bend, so you can even just throw something that's straight to a little bit of fade at the end. Mm-hmm. A lot of locals will throw putters or mid-range buzz.
It is downhill, so you just got to get it up in the air and let it fall. You don't want to be running this basket too aggressively, because it does. Once it hits the ground, it bounces into the trees deep.
So we got Chris here going to his praxis again. Again, seems like this putter is going to be the choice for a lot of these guys. Just pulls it left.
That's early, yeah. That's a common mistake here, trying to get the distance control with your throw, is you just let it go early or you yank it a bit right. So
And James going to his K1 Berg.
that's what you do. You just throw a disc that doesn't go anywhere, and you can throw it as hard as you want.
And that looks perfect.
Yeah, that just missed that white tree down there. So that's the angle you want to come in on, just right next to that white guarded tree.
Now we have Jake going to a roach, changing up the putters a little bit, but keeping with the same kind of that. Oh, what a
No,
kick!
is that
Oh, just trees everywhere.
He's getting some good kicks right now. I don't. That was I think he was going to be good no matter what after the first kick, after the second kick, but we'll see.
Oh, just pulled it over.
Cam taking a local route.
Chris here's got to do a pretty big stretch out, trying to get out and around. Just clips a branch and
It's going to be short.
finds himself short and behind the big tree, kind of guarding the basket now. So I believe that's Cam's polecat again.
Was that the polecat or was that the Berg?
Actually, that might have been his bird, but
I really do hope it was the polecat.
I believe that's what he teed off.
Oh, yes.
Jake with a great birdie putt.
Wow, even after hitting the trees, still manages to take the 2.
Chris.
Is Oz obstructed here, but is he going to go for his 4th outside the circle putt?
So this is for his par save. Just low. Good run.
That's tough because that branch is definitely in his face.
It's quite interesting when you watch a card. See all these guys are kind of putting so well, and you're starting to see all the putts starting to fall.
Nice putt from James.
That's great birdies. 2 birdies on the day from this card. Only 1 more actually from Christopher. Only 3 birdies.
Christopher Kotick. It's a great 2.
Now Chris
Ozolins taking his 4, which is after starting, I think it was 4 down through 4, taking a bogey. Not what he wants, but he built up enough of a stroke lead that he can give 1 back, just to be nice. Just be a nice guy.
So moving on to hole 6.
Hole 6 from the white tee pad is as pure a forehand as you can throw. It's just spike hyzer forehand, up high left, try to ace around the basket. If you don't have the forehand, a putter turnover backhand works just as well.
Yeah.
This one here, they're probably all hoping to get the 2 on because it's all 1 angle.
We actually had some throw a distance driver turnover. It worked every time. So,
Some?
Nathaniel.
Of course he did. Nathaniel had an incredible round in AM1.
Shooting the hottest round of the entire tournament. Shooting a 10.26.
It's good for Nathaniel.
Now we got James going forehand.
Yeah, Firebird probably. This is a stock of throw as James has.
With these guys playing from the whites, it's pulls it left. But enough stability and enough fight to come all the way back to the fairway.
Yeah, he swings that one back, but he definitely was not expecting that.
We got Jake also going Firebird. This one I believe is a star Firebird though.
See, that looks perfect.
And that looks great.
And as long as he gets past that big tree, he's in there for the putt for the 2.
Cam going forehand. With this card, look like we'll go all 4 forehands. A lot of these guys have very proficient forehands. That looks great as well. Looks a little bit high and a little right.
Yeah, that one could squeak you into the the trees just right at the basket, and if you get in there, as you saw from the first round, it can get tough to get out of it. I think this is an omen from
I
from
believe
Oz.
it is an omen, but I believe that's clips a branch.
Yeah, he must have
early.
hit a tree.
Going to the tomahawk here.
Whoa.
A little bit of a lower line too.
You don't see us throwing too many like low power tomahawks like that. He usually got all the tricks, so If he needed to do that, then that was the play.
Oh no.
James looking at running it, but gets hit by the big tree. Jake with a beautiful drive, giving himself
20 feet. That's great. He must have got caught up in that tree because he was coming in nice.
I believe that's more Circle's Edge.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's the big tree.
That's, yeah. Oh, just a little right. You can tell he wanted that one. James going for his par.
Oh,
just
no.
misses right as well.
This is unusual. This is 2 rounds in a row where putting seems to be the crux of the card.
What a putt from Chris up on the hill.
That's where his tomahawk, or a little low tomahawk went, eh? That's incredible.
And I believe Cam was finding himself in this kind of foliage last round.
No, it was James last round.
James last round.
But, from the Blues.
The birdie boys keep finding themselves in the foliage.
At least they're hanging out together.
Taking his time. Oh, just catches one of the iron branches.
This is what happens if you go too long there. It's so hard to get out of that bush. You have to get lucky on the tree hits a bit.
Jake tapping in and Camel tapping his par as well.
Only 2 twos.
Which is, I believe there was more twos from the
well,
longs.
there was exactly 2 twos from the longs.
Wow.
So there's that same amount of from blues as whites. That's you would expect a lot more there. There was a lot. That is a very birdieable hole, and that was from Joe Vander Veen and Christopher Kochik again.
So now we move on to hole 7, the toughest hole playing for the entire tournament. Got OB to the right, which makes this backhand line risky. If you hit a tree and you kick off to the right, you can find yourself OB very quickly. There's also a forehand line to the left. You'll probably see a couple of these guys go forehand, but a majority of them will be going backhand, I feel like.
Yeah, my guess is backhand is going to be the predominant play just because it keeps you away
from
the OB. Jake got some sort of putter in his hand, of course.
He got a buzz.
Oh, it's a buzz. Okay.
I believe this is actually his 4-claw buzz that he was gifted.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so he rips on that very, very well.
So you can either take the left gap for the slow turnover, or you can do a hard flex on the inside on the right gap.
Just catches the first tree down the center.
Yeah, you don't want to. That's not the way. You gotta go left or right. Gotta make your choice, Jake.
Got Cam here.
With that rock 3 again.
Yeah, his great.
That is perfect. Takes
what
that
a
hit off
skip.
the skill. Hopefully that didn't roll too far away, because once you get going down that hill, it's hard to stop it.
Chris going Pathfinder as well.
I'm guessing he'll try to take the same route as Cam there.
Just get it to start skipping down the hill. Seems.
That was confusing. I wonder what that was.
I feel like there might have been a disc off.
Off of the hole 2 coming in.
Yeah.
So James.
It looked great. Just clipped the tree.
James takes that forced over Anheuser flex route to get to the basket. With the OB, it makes that shot seem scary to me, but James is pretty good at it, so keeps it in bounds. Just got to pitch up and down and take his 3.
Jake, catches the same tree he caught off the drive.
Was it the same one?
The exact same tree. He got it twice. You can see the frustration from him. So now,
that's unfortunate.
Trying to get up and down, try to see if we can salvage the hole.
Yeah, he put himself into a much harder position to sort of get up and down from. Before he could just take the hyzer out over the OB. Now he's got to try to flex something soft through the trees and hope it comes to rest smoothly. Did it perfectly.
Just catches a tree, but I believe that's not too far from the basket.
Yeah,
probably 30 or so.
I definitely thought he got around that tree by that point, but I guess not.
So this is James for his up shot.
He got really far up the hill here. He was putting down at the basket.
Yeah. So Jake here.
This is for his 3 or 4.
This is for his 4.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. This hole played very, very difficult for all divisions, even from the shortest tee pads.
Oh, and he gets a big roll away. This is what's common on this hole if you try to make a long putt.
See the frustrations showing from Jake there. Chris.
This is a long 35-foot putt probably.
A little bit of a jump, just short.
Got to make sure you catch the basket on that one.
Jake here for 5 on the hole now. Long putt uphill. Just trying to, if you can nail this, good way to salvage the hole.
Yeah, you get your confidence boosted, but not gonna be. That's gonna be a 6 for Jake. That's tough, but it's so common on this hole.
And this is for James's par. 25-foot putt, or 25-foot putt for par, and just misses right.
I find this happens a lot on this hole. When you're putting up the hill, you kind of lose a lot of your general mechanics because of the angle you're changing your disc to.
I believe this is for birdie for Cam.
Oh, this is where his downward skip got to. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
what
incredible.
a birdie. Very,
Strokes.
very few.
Strokes on the entire card.
The entire field.
And strokes on the entire field, being the only 2 from the white tee pads in the MPO field.
I believe there was only about 10 twos in the entire tournament from 7 from all tee pads.
From all tee pads. It's a tough hole.
Yeah.
Those trees can jump out at you pretty quickly.
I got lucky I was one of them.
Were you? That's
Ruined
fantastic.
from where James was throwing a second shot.
Oh,
So now
no.
hole 8, 295-foot par 3. This one's a hyzer flip on the backhand. Even some people throw big forehand, try to get through the middle gap. But a lot of these guys, you'll see a hyzer flip, mid-range, fairway, get down towards the basket.
Another hole. It's a little bit better of an angle from the blues, but just hit the gap. Hit the gap, make your putt. That's the name of this hole.
Got Cam up, throwing his T-bird 3.
Really?
A little bit high, but keeps fighting through. Gets up kind of near that bush, or tree bush there. We got Chris now. I believe he's going with his Votum again. A lot of guys going fairways.
Wow, Votum's relatively overstable too, so this is going to be... As he proves me wrong.
A little bit too much fade at the end, but again, gives himself a putt.
As you say, just make the gap and hope for the best. James with the forehand play. I like it except for that tree that is halfway down the fairway that just catches everything.
And keeping up with his typical... We got a buzz from Jake.
Why not?
You won't see many... I don't think you'll see many backhands with distance drivers from him in this round.
Oh, he made it through.
Made it through.
Wow.
Fell through. So James finds himself hugging the trees.
And he said the forehand just caught the... Ooh, that's a bit left.
Found himself about a 15, 20 footer. Cam, looking from about 40, 45 feet here. Pretty long putt. Just misses left.
This is where Jake hit an early tree and got out to here. This is incredible. See if he can't capitalize on that. You gotta reward the luck, right?
Yep. Just
Oh.
high.
Sails it.
Seems like all the guys were kind of in the same direction, or same area, besides Chris. Chris has not putted yet. So, just up on the edge of the hill there, putting downhill. Great, solid putt.
That was quite the comebacker he had to make there. That was probably close to 20 feet up that hill. Oh my god. That just sort of flops in over the edge.
Some local luck there.
Yeah, that was not what you expect from these baskets.
I believe we missed Chris's upshot. I don't think he was under the basket.
No, he was definitely out left.
So I believe we missed Chris's upshot.
Yeah.
Takes the, talking about the questionable through the top.
Yeah, so if with the new rules, if you come in through the top of the basket and are supported by the chains of the basket, it now counts.
And it is very common, actually, to see that at White Spruce.
Yeah, with the old
With the old Innova disc catchers,
the old disc catchers, you can come in through the top and
yeah. So on to hole 9, it's a 430 foot, playing as a par 4 for the tournament.
yeah, so the white and blue tee pads are relatively close to the same distance, maybe 5 or 10 feet difference, but
The blues are playing as 3s and the whites are playing as 4s. So this is one that you will see the field trying to get the birdie for sure. Even some guys going for the eagle.
yeah, I think eagle is definitely in play, and you are pretty much expecting to get the birdie here.
Yeah, this is actually our easiest hole of the day, playing .7600 par.
Yeah,
So
so let's see if we can get an eagle out of this then.
very much tweener hole. We got Cam going to his Wraith.
Yeah, it's that same green with black rim Halo Wraith he has. That is left.
And that might be pushing out towards the out of bounds with their type of power.
That will be very close.
Very,
I'll have
very
to
close.
admit.
So we got Chris going to a Cloud Breaker 3 here.
CB3.
See what he can do with it.
Go full reach back to get all the distance he can. He's got to get lucky through that tree branch.
A great throw, just a little bit left.
Yeah, I don't think it held like he was hoping it would. It's really tough to get it all the way to the basket through those trees.
I believe this is a Wraith from James as well. I might be wrong with that.
No, that could be a Wraith.
I think
That's
that might
going
be-
great though.
Oh, it just clips a tree.
Yeah,
Those trees are about 40 or 50 feet from the basket. So
yeah, I think that one's a bit farther than that, but I think his disc will be around that 50 to 60 foot mark.
And I believe this is Jake's flippy Wraith as well. So a lot of Wraiths on the hole.
Race a good disc. It's great for that perfect angle of swinging it out left and have it turn right into the gap.
Should be good.
That looks great.
Mm-hmm.
So we must have
Oz is the longest. The
we
farthest
must
back?
have missed Zanini's upshot there.
Yes, because he went way left, did he not? Oh, maybe they just pace of play. They just went to Oz's first. No,
Possibly.
and that
So
now there's no way.
Jake's got probably a 35 footer. Just misses right. Got to challenge him back. Comebacker.
I'm not sure why it gets so difficult putting at White Spruce. It's just one of those courses that just tests you mentally about putting because every single putt you miss does
Great.
not stop.
That was a great putt though.
It was a great putt from
Capturing
Jake to
birdie.
finish back.
So James here for the eagle look.
No, there's no way
That
that was
must
eagle.
be-
Look. Yeah,
Missed a couple throws on this.
yeah. Sometimes the pro players get moving so quickly and they just forget about the camera and just play when the camera's not ready, which is okay. You can't interfere with their play if that's how they want to play it.
I believe that's for Chris's 3.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to probably be for Cam's.
Yeah. So Cam did not go out of bounds because that was his 3, so he just had a
Awesome.
nice upshot.
So is that birdies all around?
I think birdies all around and no eagles on the day. That's
No
unfortunate.
eagles on the day. So now hole 10, par 3, 230 feet. But there is this Mando on the tree that you can see on your left with the blue paint. It is a Mando right. Makes you throw up the gap. And this is also the elevated ace hole for the OCC Tour and the Four Fathers Ace. So if you're able to get the ace, it is a Squatch bag and a bunch of beer for you.
Bunch of beer from Four Fathers as long as you're of age. And yeah, that sounds pretty sweet. This is a very aceable hole too, because you are just trying to commit to the gap. From this tee pad, if the Mando wasn't there,
That's a missed Mando.
that is definitely a miss Mando. But if the Mando wasn't there, you can see a lot of people just playing spike forehands around it all. That's why they put the Mando in play, just to make the whole play a little more traditional.
Yeah, and I believe that was actually his polecat again.
Was it?
Which I believe
Makes
so.
sense. It flew like his polecat.
So Chris, on with his Paraxis. Oh no, that's 2 missed Mandos.
Yeah, that's not what you want. I wonder if James is gonna compensate and
That's his banana P2. That looks great.
he wants the squatch bag.
Oh, just a little short.
So
Tell he
close.
wanted that.
That was a really good height too. Really, really great for the ace.
So Jake, going back to putters. Going to his roach here.
I think his roaches is more understable putter.
Just pulls it right, but kind of finds that backdoor gap, giving himself a putt still.
Yeah, there's a route there if you can make it work. Honestly, you just make the Mando and you're happy at this point.
Yeah.
After watching 2 of your card mates just straight up miss it.
It's very interesting how that Mando changes the hole, because it makes it a birdie or die hole into a very much. If you get the birdie, you're happy, and just trying to save par. I'm gonna go out around the trees and fade back in.
I think this is the smart play for the easy layup 4. There's nothing in the way out there. You can just chip a forehand.
Jake, looking at the birdie look.
He got all the way up here off his drive after pulling it into the trees on the right. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
and
Just
he made
dead
it.
center chains.
Great putt from Jake.
From around the circle's edge, actually. So,
You would, yeah, somewhere around there. Probably pretty close.
got James.
Yeah, thumbs up, Jake.
James just missed a little bit off to he had the power, just a little short, or a little off to the right there.
I'm sure he'll be really happy with the tap in too.
So, got Chris and Cam tapping in their bogeys, and Jake and James taking their birdies. So
And that wraps up our front 10 from the White Spruce Open.
yeah, looks like now we have, after 10 holes, Chris Ozolins has taken over the lead now.
That's right.
By 1 stroke over Cam, and then 1 stroke behind him is James. So looks like we're gonna have an interesting duel at the top.
Yeah, playing great rounds, all of them. Jake has fallen behind a little bit. Probably shooting, I think, +2 for the round, but he's not out of it yet. He can pull his way back. There's some very birdieable holes coming up. He just needs to string a few of them together, and he'll be back in the mix with the rest of them.
So thank you guys all for tuning in to the round 2 coverage, and we'll see you guys on the back 10.
I'm Chris Brown.
I'm Spencer Young. See you next time.